Victor, this is just for you. Do you have one thing I didn't say? I think there are lots of so they can cut it off. Well, I'm looking for a thumbs up since I figure you're going to cut everything out before we start. Hi, good evening. My name is Lieutenant Colonel Michael Simmons. Thank you all for attending the public forum for the Humphreys Engineer Center Master Plan. This is really our kickoff to our environmental studies part of our master planning effort. And we've been part of the community here for over 40 years, and we're excited about the future here in Fairfax County, and welcome all your feedback, questions, and considerations as we go forward in developing this master plan. But with that, I'll turn it over to Jeff, and he's going to go through the effort where we're at so far. Jeff?
All right. Thanks for taking your time to learn more about the Humphreys Engineer Center master plan, and welcome to our open house. As the Colonel mentioned, my name is Jeff Appel. I'm a planning consultant and working with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers to develop the master plan for Humphreys Engineer Center. Tonight's open house is kicking off the environmental assessment portion of our process. So we have a few slides to introduce the project and to explain our purpose here, our overall process, and how you can learn more about it and provide your input to the process. So first of all, thank you for being here. We've got a number of different ways for you to provide to learn more about the process and to provide some comments. So we'll summarize that in just a moment. So first of all, about Humphreys Engineer Center, or HEC, it's 583-acre U.S. Army Corps of Engineers installation. So it is a federal government property. It is an Army installation, but a little bit of a non-standard or non-traditional one. It is managed by the USACE Mission Support Battalion and located in Fairfax County, adjacent to Fort Belvoir. It was originally developed in the 1970s. It supports a number of different functions, including engineering, research, training, USACE headquarters functions, and other administrative functions. It's basically kind of an administrative campus, but does have some laboratory and training facilities and other uses. And then here are a couple images. If you've never had the pleasure of being on the campus, it's a wooded campus and very quiet and peaceful, and has some nice architecture, in my opinion. All right, and so our effort is as a 20-year master plan. So essentially what we're doing is setting a 20-year vision for potential future development of the campus. We have a vision plan that establishes that long-range vision of what the campus should look like 20 years in the future. And then we have a number of planning documents that plan for and support that vision. So you'll see at the bottom here is the HEC vision, planning vision statement, which is that HEC is a safe, secure, and inviting campus integrated with the natural environment. So that's the overarching goal of where all of the planning is intended to go to. So first of all, safety of the people who work there, traffic safety, pedestrian safety, those things are very important. Security, it is a federal government, U.S. Army installation, so there are security concerns, and then an inviting campus for the people who work there, being nestled within the forests and being really kind of a place where people enjoy working. And then to note, the other components of the master plan include installation planning standards, which set some guidelines for what future development should look like. If we're coming in to build a new project, what should the building look like? How should it function? What are some of the design elements that should be incorporated in the design of that project to meet this vision? There's an area development plan, which is where we look at more specific projects over a 20-year time period. and I'll show a little bit more about that in just a minute. There's a transportation management plan that assessed the traffic impacts both currently as well as if and when future development happens, what that would look like both internally and in the surrounding community, and then proposes some goals and some projects to improve overall transportation for the campus. We did a number of environmental studies. We surveyed some wetlands that are on site. We surveyed the existing tree cover and canopy, and then evaluated what potential impacts any future development might have in terms of tree removal. And then there were a number of other studies that looked at existing facilities, their condition, the condition and capacity of infrastructure, utility infrastructure. And then finally, the environmental assessment, which we're kicking off tonight, is going to look at the potential environmental impacts of any future development. So just a couple maps to show you what the HEC campus looks like. The one with the blue on it, that's the environmental constraints map. So there are some wetlands and some flood-prone areas and some streams, water bodies on site. And then you can see the topography. So there is some hilly areas on the site. And the majority of it is wooded, with the central campus being the core of the developed area. We've done a number of different activities throughout the planning process to identify how the site functions, what some of the positive attributes of the campus are, what are maybe some constraints or things that should be corrected. So using GIS to look at constraints and identify areas for potential future development. So the green areas are areas that could be developed in the future. Yellow are areas that could be developed but require a little bit more site work or mitigation. And then the other areas that are not colored are either environmentally constrained because they're in a flood prone area or are already developed. So the area development plan, as I mentioned, is where we look at specific projects over a 20-year planning horizon. So this is a snapshot of the preferred alternative from that plan. It proposes to renovate and modernize the three main facilities, administrative facilities on the campus, the Kingman, Casey, and Cood buildings. It does propose the construction of a conference center at some point in the future. It proposes some campus improvements, so sidewalks and other pedestrian trails and open spaces, and then just some general utility and infrastructure improvements as well. Transportation management plan, here's a snapshot of that. Similar to the area development plan and vision plan, establishes some overarching goals to improve traffic circulation, pedestrian safety, and those sorts of things, and then identifies some projects as well, including some improvements to the existing access points, and then completion of a perimeter trail, walking trail, and some parking improvements, things of that nature. So we have been doing this plan. We kicked off the planning effort in 2023 and have been preparing drafts of the master plan. And at this point, we're kicking off the environmental assessment portion of the process. And so this open house serves to publicize this effort and invite public comment on what potential impacts there might be with this project. And then we have a part of our consultant team that will evaluate those impacts and prepare an environmental assessment report. Once we do that, that will then be made publicly available for review and comment before this master plan is finalized. Once that happens, we will present our plan, including the EA and all of the components that make up the master plan, to the National Capital Planning Commission, which reviews plans and projects on federal land in the DC area. And it's a public planning commission. They'll review it, they'll provide some comments and feedback on it, and then they'll approve the plan. And we've submitted preliminary versions of our plans to NCPC for concept review. We did that in 2025, so they've had a look at it already, and then we'll come back and do the final review later this year. Finally, the main point of this meeting is to gather comments. So the QR code can be scanned to take you to a project website where you can view some of the materials and submit some comments. You can submit comments via email, mail, or through the website. And there's information if you follow the QR code. Yeah, a little bit more about the EA process there. And that's it. So any questions or comments from those of you in the audience? All right. Thanks. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming.